Hello and welcome to Second Place Chasers with me, Keith.
And me, Jack.
This week we were supposed to have a guest, but strangely turned us down.
I think she heard that I was going to make a joke and couldn't bear to come and hear it.
That's fair enough. I heard it. Good evening, Jack.
Good evening, Keith.
International break's over.
Finally.
Did you enjoy your international break? Did you see any of it?
I saw some highlights. I didn't get up for one game because I'm treating it as my international break.
What, you international man of mystery?
Yeah. No, I just, after the Euros, I kind of fed up of international football. So I thought I'd take the week off.
I think Australia are fed up with international football too because they're trying not to qualify for the World Cup.
Yeah, I saw they lost to Bahrain. Was there another one, or was that the only?
Yeah, Indonesia.
Did they lose?
0-0 draw with Indonesia.
That's ridiculous.
Last night.
That's painful.
Yeah.
That's why I'm Welsh.
Wales had a win over Turkey.
Yeah, they had a 0-0 draw with Turkey.
Oh, no, it was
Montenegro.
Montenegro, yes, it was. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for all the Turkish fans listening. There's no one listening.
No.
Basically, we're just here drinking cider.
Pretty much. We're talking to ourselves. Well, talking to each other.
Yeah.
We're doing this for ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, they, what was it, Kiefer Moore scored in 40 seconds or something.
Then got trampled on a bit later.
No, that was a Turkey game.
Oh, that's right. Yes, he did have he was wearing the...
He was still wearing the headband.
The headband, yeah.
And then Harry Wilson scored in 2 minutes and something. It's good to see him win. They haven't won in a while.
Ireland had a couple of games they didn't win.
Yeah, I saw both of those in highlight form.
England had a couple of wins under Carsball.
Carsball. Is that what they're calling it?
I don't know what they called it that. I'm sure they will be.
Yeah.
Because they are a little more, let's say, dynamic going forward.
Dynamic
and
was the word I was
particularly this morning,
thinking.
I think they went against Finland this morning. They won 2-0.
Finland, they've been awful. Like, they looked terrible against Greece and they looked terrible against England.
Harry Kane looked good in his golden boots.
He did.
He actually looked really sharp this morning.
Yeah, why couldn't he look like that in the Euros?
Well, he wasn't fit in the Euros and he didn't have golden boots.
Exactly.
And he probably didn't have people trying to impress, supplying him balls. But he was actually dropping. It was almost like the Harry Kane in his last couple of seasons at Spurs, where he's dropping deeper, because he was playing some good balls through too.
Yeah.
And did you see how creative Alexander-Arnold was?
He looked really, really good, and I still don't have him in my team.
And why don't you?
Because he's expensive.
Haven't you got eyes, mate?
I've got eyes. I saw lots of good players in that England team. Like Rico Lewis looked good.
Yeah.
He's in my team. Angel Gomez looked good. He's not in my team because that's not possible. No. Madueke looked all right.
He looked all right, yeah.
Yeah, not brilliant, but all right.
Well, I don't think he's going to take Saka's spot.
No, definitely. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, they did look good.
Yeah, better than...
and those 2 goals that Harry Kane scored were like great finishes.
Oh, yeah, and he could have had a hat-trick.
Yeah, he could have.
I mean, one ruled offside by a shoulder.
Yes.
And then was a bicycle kick.
Yeah, I didn't think Harry had that in his locker.
No. I've never seen him do that before in my life.
No.
And then there was that free kick that the keeper got a hand to.
Yeah.
There was like a rocket.
I wonder, is it the boots? Is there something in the boots?
Well, maybe they made of solid gold.
It wouldn't be made of solid gold. He wouldn't be doing a bicycle kick with solid gold boots.
Well, he could, because everyone else get out of the way, wouldn't they?
Yeah, but he couldn't get his leg up.
Maybe. Well, that's a point. They'd be heavy. But maybe just because they're so flashy, they're blinding everyone as he...
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Or maybe he's just excited, like an excited kid that you've told you put a cape on them, you go, you can fly now, and they go and try to jump off the shed roof.
Do you know from experience? Have you done that?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
No, I'm smarter than that.
All right.
The second time.
All right, I thought maybe it's because he got a new cap.
A new cap? I've had this for
No, not you.
weeks now.
Harry Kane.
Oh, Harry Kane.
Remember, he got a special cap. Lampard gave it to him.
Oh, right.
Didn't you see that?
No, I didn't see
it was
that.
in a glass box. He got a nice
Well, break
100th.
in case of emergency.
Yeah. I thought maybe, new hat. Feeling all pumped like you the other week with your bucket hat that you're still wearing for some reason. You're all
Even with
pumped.
the abuse that
Yeah.
you've given me and other people have.
Oh, it's not just me.
I think you've encouraged other people to give me hassle over it.
I
I
did.
wore it out the other night too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brave.
I wore it to the markets when I picked up cider on Saturday.
I see. I wasn't told that.
Gary laughed as soon as he saw it. Ooh, the bucket hat. I think he was in his mind was that image that he put up on Facebook.
The yokels.
The yokels. I just searched yokels with bucket hat.
Yeah.
That's what came up. Haaland scored. Odegaard got injured.
Which is fine because I was on a wild card anyway and he is out of my team.
Didn't Calafiori get...
Yeah, that was
a weird injury there, but that was a full-on... The guy spun and his heel came
mid-air.
down and hit him on the calf. That looked very painful.
I think it's the same calf that he'd not long ago had knee surgery on that leg as well. So
He'd be all right.
yeah, no, it looked pretty painful.
I did also notice, back to the England game, that halfway through, Finland brought on a superhero.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man.
I saw
Oliver,
that. Yeah.
Oliver Ant-Man. Because I've gone, is that right? I was watching the game this morning and Charlie was up before he went to school.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, look, Ant-Man's on. Of course, they pronounce it differently.
Was it Ontman or something? Yeah.
You can't just say Ant-Man.
Yeah, it was totally Ant-Man.
It is.
Yeah, 100%.
I think he plays for a team called Go Eagles.
Go Eagles. Right.
It sounds superhero-ish as well.
Yeah. Ant-Man of the Eagles.
I think that's enough international break nonsense.
Yeah, it's rubbish. The
Wasn't really,
international
yeah.
break. Let's get rid of it now.
No, I think we'll go to predictions for the upcoming game week, which is this far out and with some players not back yet and
Could be
players who have pulled out of England with injuries.
injuries like Palmer and Watkins,
Foden was just an illness.
Foden, and then obviously we've got trouble with the Arsenal prediction. North London derby and Odegaard's injured and Rice is suspended. So
Yes.
these are going to be interesting predictions.
Well, let's just see how interesting. I don't think you say that, hopefully, but yeah, they're not going to be that interesting.
No, they're not. But no one listens anyway. So
Unless you have Leicester winning.
I really wanted to. I really, really wanted to.
Reality's still just staring you in the face.
It's not that. It's just that I'm ahead of you in the predictions, and I aim to stay there.
Okay, well, how far ahead are you before we go in here?
Is it 3 points or something?
Yeah, 24 for you, 21 from me.
Well, it's good. I'm still ahead of you. Like I've been ahead of you since the beginning of the season.
Yeah, 3 game weeks.
Yeah, that's league and predictions.
Yeah, that's 3 game weeks.
Yeah,
In a 38 game week season.
I'll take it.
All right, game week 4. We head into game week 4. And the first cab off the rank, the first game is Southampton at home to Manchester United.
How glad I am this is the early game because I've really been looking forward to watching this one. No, I haven't actually. No, it's going to be absolutely shit. Southampton are terrible. Man United are terrible. I really want to give Southampton the win here, but I've just got to...
Okay.
Yeah, I do. I really do because it would be so funny.
It would be hilarious.
And it would probably get Ten Hag sacked.
Do you think it would?
Well, someone's got to. He's awful.
Yeah, but what are they going to do if they sack him?
Southgate.
Nah.
Apparently he's the favourite. Apparently Sir Jim wants him. Not sure about for Football Manager, but he wants him.
Just ask Rashford if he's the favourite.
Anyway, 2-1 United.
2-1. I suppose I should write these down.
You get your clicky pen out.
It's just a pen. I'm not going to click it.
You say that now, but at some point you're going to click it.
So it's a 2-1 away win.
Yeah.
I've gone for a 3-1 away win. Brighton at home to Ipswich.
Brighton look great, I reckon. Can we say they look great?
Yeah.
I think we can say they look great.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting what they're doing. Ipswich, I don't think they look terrible, but I don't think they look as good as Brighton. So
they don't.
I'm just going to go 3-1 to Brighton.
A 3-1 Brighton win. I've gone for a 4-2 Brighton win.
That'd be a good game.
I think maybe Delap and Smolic.
Yeah. It's Smodic who couldn't score for Ireland.
That's right. Crystal Palace at home to Leicester. Here we go.
The heart says 2-1 Leicester. The,
Oh, you need to get your heart looked at, man.
I've had my heart looked at. There's nothing wrong with it, apparently. I've got one, you know?
Yeah, okay, that's, yeah.
Okay. The heart says 2-1 Leicester. The head says not 2-1 Leicester. Palace need a win. Leicester need a win. 2-2 draw.
Oh, I think the heart is still involved in a 2-2 draw with away to Crystal
Well,
Palace.
Palace don't look too shit hot lately, have they?
Yeah, you wait
Until they play Leicester.
until they play Leicester.
But we got Jordan Ayew.
Yeah.
He's going to want to...
Or you think he scores against his old club?
Hell yeah.
There is a bit of that goes around.
Yeah. We've got Edward there,
Well,
you know,
England
not
had
playing.
that. England had
Yeah,
that
against Ireland.
I've gone a simple 3-0
3-0.
win to Palace.
Not 3-0.
Yeah.
No, Leicester get a goal. And they're not going to ship 3. They look too good defensively. They're not letting that many in.
That's just my prediction.
You're welcome to your prediction.
Yeah. I didn't.
But you know, it'll be just no points to you and 3 to me when it's 2-2 draw.
Well, there you go. You'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
Fulham at home to West Ham.
Both of these haven't kicked off. Like, to the height that, with the transfers they've made and yada yada. I mean, I think this week West Ham maybe shake it up a bit. Lopetegui might start full grug. Maybe change things around. Fulham, they're not terrible. They're not great.
Suchek, he scored in the international break too.
Yeah, it's a penalty, I think. Yeah,
That's all.
because they got smashed 4-1 by Georgia in the first game. I'm gonna 1-1 draw.
Oh, do you? That sounds reasonable. Then your 2-2 draw. Because I also have a 1-1 draw.
Yeah.
See, now we're aligned. We were actually aligned with the results from the first 2.
Yeah. Just
then you
scores.
just went mental with your
I don't,
Leicester draw against Palace.
I've not gone mental.
Yeah.
They got to draw with Spurs.
Yeah, all right. Liverpool at home to Forest.
Is
this where you got Trent bringing a hatful of points?
I got Robertson bringing a hatful of points.
What, in this game?
Probably, yeah. I reckon.
You've seen Trent playing this season.
I've seen Robertson play the other game. I can't remember if it was last week or the week before. He nearly had an assist and a goal.
I just clicked the pen.
I told you you would. You can't resist a clicky pen.
Yeah. I'm annoyed at you I'm annoyed at you dismissing Trent like that. I had to click the pen.
If
All
you
right.
hadn't mentioned that, I wouldn't have even noticed you clicked the pen.
Well, I didn't click the pen.
Didn't you? I heard it.
All right.
Yeah. Forest, Liverpool. Forest haven't scored more than a goal so far. Liverpool haven't let in a goal. I think they'll probably keep that up. So I've gone 3-0 to Liverpool.
I've also gone 3-0 to Liverpool. See, we're in sync now. And Trent gets nothing and Robbo gets everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Salah. Jota gets nothing. See, that's how I can get away with not having Trent. Is I think Salah and Robertson is probably just as good, if not a better combination than Jota and Trent.
Well, you wouldn't have Jota and Trent.
You've got Jota and Trent.
No, I don't.
Oh, you got Soboslai.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
I can't even afford Jota.
well, Salah and Robertson's a far superior combo than...
We'll see this week. We'll see this weekend.
we'll see. We'll see.
Tot up their points.
Yeah.
We'll have a look. I'll be looking down on you from this week onwards.
Sure.
Man City at home to Brentford.
Yeah, this is my big scoreline for the week.
Oh, you got Brentford winning big.
I haven't got Brentford winning, but I've got a big scoreline. Brentford looking sharp because they got rid of Tony and they play better without Tony. So I can't see them coming away with less than 2 goals. But City win 4-2.
4-2. 4-2. I have 3-1.
That's probably more reasonable.
Well, maybe not.
I think Weiser and Burmo get 1 each. Though Jensen's injured now, so
Yeah.
that could...
I think they'll struggle to score against City.
Yeah, they do let him in though, City.
Oh, they did that last season too. When you were counting on that clean sheet and a goal, late goal comes
Yeah.
in.
Or an early goal, like the Ipswich game.
Yeah.
And then they just go monster it.
Yeah, 3-1 for me. Villa at home to Everton.
Well, like, do Everton continue the run of terrible results? like dropping 3 points with 87 minutes on the clock, being 2-0
they looked
up.
good. They looked good.
Yeah,
But then they just got the panic.
yeah. Something happened.
Yeah.
Aging defenders.
You wonder how many people Deitch hit after that game.
I think he'd be wanting to hit a few of them. Yeah, Villa, they're struggling. I wouldn't be surprised to see Watkins out for Duran this week. very tempted to take a gamble and bring Duran into my team.
That's a silly gamble, if you ask me.
Yeah, on a wild card, you can afford to take a gamble, but it would...
Yeah. How much is he?
6.
Oh, you've looked at it then.
Yeah, I've looked at it. Well,
at
I need a... I got Havertz at the moment, but I'm going to be downgrading him to a 6 mil.
So you can
striker.
get Trent in.
Not for Trent, it's for other reasons.
You'll regret the no Trent. Come on.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm hoping Villa raise their goals a bit. I'm hoping Rodgers finally kicks on, scores. I'm going to 3-1 to Villa.
A 3-1 to Villa. I'm also a 3-1 to Villa.
Back in sync.
But I'm also hoping for Rodgers, but I'm also hoping that Watkins shakes off his injury that kept him out of the England
Squad.
Nations League and gets a goal or two.
A couple of Digne assists wouldn't do me bad either.
Okay, is he...
He's moving in.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You don't let him move in. You might not get rid of him.
Yeah.
You'll have to change the locks to get rid of him. Bournemouth at home to Chelsea. Where have you gone here? Did you see I saw this morning that the co-owners of Chelsea want to buy each other out.
I know they're having a fight. That's good for the club, isn't it?
That's just what Chelsea needs.
Yeah. They've been allowed to sell hotels to themselves though, for financial fair play. That club's a mess.
It does seem to be quite, yeah.
I wrote this down as 2-1 to Bournemouth, and then I went back and went, well, Chelsea have got depth in attack. Bournemouth looked pretty good, but maybe not that solid at the back, so I've moved it up to a 2-2 draw.
A 2-2 draw. I've sort of went backwards and forwards on this one as well, and was at one stage a 2-2 draw, but I moved it up to a 3-2 home win.
Okay. Hopefully Semenyo can bag a couple.
Well, he
looks sharp.
He does. And he's probably getting those, you know the way when you have a striker, and Solanke was great at Bournemouth, but then once you remove that striker from the team, people think, oh, that's those goals gone.
Yeah.
But those chances still go somewhere.
Yeah, and it seems
Semenyo has been getting right in there. And even last season he was good.
Yeah, but he wasn't nailed on last season. Where this season, you know he's starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Evan Nilsson, he looks okay, but I think he's going to take a while to get in there.
And Semenyo sort of plays back a little bit.
Yeah, and he can come in, like, if they're down a few goals, I think they can bring him into the centre if they want to, which gives him much more appeal for Fantasy League.
I think he's not a bad pick for, what is he, 5.6 or something now? Yep. Probably soon to be 5.7.
It was 5.5 when I got him just before the price rise.
No. The London Derby.
Should we do this last?
Or you want to do it last?
I don't know. It's the big game, isn't it?
Well, it is. Well, all right, let's skip it, come back to it. Arsenal will be wearing the third kit. They're
too much white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been deemed to be too close to the Spurs white this season. Don't know why that's happened this season and not previous seasons.
No.
So let's go Wolves.
Woke nonsense.
Wolves Newcastle. You can't play with that old nonsense. Wolves Newcastle.
Wolves they looked a bit better last week. Solid after their big thrashing by Chelsea.
Yeah.
Newcastle still struggling to score goals a bit, so I just gone simple 2-1 away win.
A 2-1 away win. 2-1 for Newcastle.
Yeah.
I've also gone a 2-1 away win for Newcastle.
And you told me Zach was going to score a hat-trick.
Yeah, he's scoring the other goal as well.
Oh, okay.
He's trying to clear a corner and it goes in off the back of his head.
Yeah.
All right, let's back to the big game of the week.
Okay.
With Arsenal possibly down a couple of midfielders.
Well, definitely Rice.
Yes, well, Rice definitely won't play.
99% Odegaard. They said it's a small ankle sprain.
Yeah.
Now, having had an ankle sprain myself this year, that was 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And that wasn't a big ankle sprain, so...
You just weren't trying hard enough. You didn't have the right drugs or physio.
Yeah, it's probably because I walked back on the pitch and scored a goal with the sprained ankle. First goal of the year for me. So, not really a fill-in for Odegaard, natural fill-in. It would be Smith Rowe. He now belongs to Fulham. Fabio Vieira has been sent out on loan this week. Bad timing. I think Havertz drops back into midfield. Probably Trossard and Martinelli through the middle and Sterling on the wing.
Good chance for Sterling to show what he can do
Yeah,
in the red and white shirt.
lose to Spurs.
Oh, do you think they lose to Spurs?
Well, that's what I've written down. I've gone, Ange needs a North London derby. He lost both last season. 3-2 Spurs.
Ooh, 3-2 home win. I've gone 1 goal less than that. I've gone 2-2 draw to Spurs.
To Spurs, yeah.
So, yeah, that's it. We had a few quite... 1, 2, 3... Oh, only 4 the same. Yeah. Exactly the same, though.
That's probably more than usual.
It is.
Yeah.
2 peas in a podcast.
Oh, not that again.
And that ends that section.
Now we've got to find another section.
Well, you can talk about your wild card if you want.
Yeah.
Or we can talk about what we're going to do with the podcast team after it was someone just kicked the doors in.
I think we do that before my wild card.
Kicked the doors in and threw out our finest piece of silverware.
Yeah. So someone who'll remain nameless, like 100, yeah, Lockie, 100%, definitely Lockie, took out Salah.
Took out Salah.
Who would have been the captain?
Yes.
Obviously.
He would have only got 34 points as captain, though.
Yeah. And, and of course he brought in Palmer.
He got 12 points as captain.
Yeah. So, you see how that worked.
Yeah.
And also Palmer's injured now.
Well, he's a doubt, yes.
Yeah.
Not sure how injured he is.
No.
I hope it's a Reece James type injury. I don't actually. No, I like Palmer. But I don't have him in my team, so it wouldn't bother me that much.
No. And, of course...
Fantasy League-wise, it would bother me not to see him play, because he's a very good player.
No. And, of course, we didn't have Haaland either.
That's true, because we decided at the start...
We went one or the other.
Yeah.
And it was working, they're neck and neck. They're 41 points apiece.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like my team where I got them both. Just drop that in there.
Why are you playing a wild card then?
Because my defence is rubbish, and I had Odegaard and Kulusevski. I don't need. No, it's because I got Johnson who doesn't play, Kwanzaa who doesn't play, Mikolenko is conceding about 50 goals a game, and Hall who doesn't play. The only one that's actually worth having is Robinson.
Yeah, well, I guess that is some sort of an issue.
Yeah. Odegaard who's injured and done nothing for 3 weeks, and Kulusevski who isn't guaranteed a spot.
Yeah. All right. So what you're saying is you've chosen poorly to start with.
Well, I'm still ahead of you.
Well, why are you changing your team?
Because I want to get more ahead of you.
All right, good luck with that.
Yeah. Anyway, we better talk about this.
Yeah.
This joint team before we, abuse each other too much.
We come together.
Yeah.
In unity.
Yeah, and then we can sort of have a scrap after.
Yeah.
That team needs help.
It does. So we do have money in the bank.
Quite a bit.
Is it 2.5?
Yeah, something like that.
2.5.
Yeah.
And 1 free transfer.
So, I mean, really looking at that, we need rid of Johnson, Mikolenko, and Kunku, Muniz. Probably, about that. They all need to go.
What are you thinking right now?
Well,
this week?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying that they're... I mean, if I was wildcarding, they'd all be on the hit list. But,
yeah, I'm not... I think Nkunku's the biggest...
Yeah, he needs...
Unless we just throw... Unless we just be petty and throw Palmer out for Salah straight back in. But that's sort of...
Yeah, and we've already lost value on Salah, 0.2. I'm tempted because of Palmer's injury and his high value.
Yeah.
I don't want to ditch Saka and can't get to Haaland.
No, we can't.
So, yeah.
I think that front line's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. It's not great, but...
Nkunku, I think, is the main problem. Because we can get around the other ones
for
another week or 2.
Yeah. And maybe wildcard after that.
It could end up being a great team by then.
It could be, or our next guest could destroy it even more.
We were meant to have a guest on today. I should have said that earlier.
Yeah, well, it's not important if they don't turn up.
Haley couldn't make it. I sent her a message this morning and said, because she said, it depends how the next couple of hours goes.
Yeah.
She sent me a message back going, because I asked how were those couple of hours, and she
said, I've been scarred for life. I had to wax Troy's mustache.
He doesn't have a mustache.
Because she waxed it.
He hasn't had it for ages.
I know, but, we can still mention it.
Okay, yeah.
People don't know that.
Do you think it was coming back? It was starting to grow back too quickly?
So she waxed it.
I think you're obsessed with that mustache. She sent me a message, said, it's effed, and then everything is effed. today, or the whole is effed. So I've gone.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
I've gone. Oh, that sounds really bad. At least you're a Man United. Oh no. They get beaten by Southampton on the weekend. Anyway, so
That's why we don't have a guest.
And you were afraid of her coming in here and taking out Isak for Xerxes or something like that.
I felt like that was well on the cards, or like.
So everyone that comes in, any guest comes in and just destroys the team.
Yeah, you know,
Anyway,
we could destroy the team.
Yeah.
So Nkunku is the candidate to leave then?
I think so.
Oh,
Are we doing this right now?
I reckon we'd talk about it now, make a decision, and then wait and do it Saturday morning.
I think so, yeah, just in case of injuries or whatever.
Because I'm thinking Eze at the moment.
That's a pretty good call. Have you got Eze in your team?
I will do.
All right, so you're copying me. That's right. I have Eze in my team.
I won't have Smith Rowe once I have Eze in my team.
Right.
And that's because he's not looking to...
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah.
I would definitely have Eze over Smith Rowe.
Yeah. It came down to Rodgers or Smith Rowe, and I like the Everton fixture for Rodgers.
Yeah.
So this is basically his last chance.
Jeez, you don't give players long, do you?
4 weeks is long enough. I think Rodgers is the new Bailey trap. 5 mil Villa midfielder, had a great pre-season, then can't score.
Yeah, but still 5 million. You can put him on your bench.
Oh, I'm not saying I'm going to sell him next week, because that doesn't work with my plan, but it might be his last chance to impress before he goes on the sale list.
Okay, so if we sell Nkunku, what's his price now? 6.2? Is it 6.2?
Oh, it's been falling
I think it
rapidly.
might be 6.2. I think I've got him. It is 6.2.
6.2. Okay.
It is. Because I still have him.
Well, Eze's 6.9, so we can do that.
Because we've got 2.5
Yeah.
in the bank. So that's, yeah.
Okay. Well, unless someone better comes along, Eze
I
comes back
think
injured.
At the moment, the way he's playing, the way the fixtures are falling.
Oh, we can't get Eze. We've got Triple Palace.
You fool.
Me?
Yeah.
This is where I start blaming
you chose one of those Palace players.
Sure.
At least.
Yeah.
It's the one that you picked is the fault.
No.
It's the reason why we can't get Eze. All right, so we can't get Eze.
So now we've got to rethink this.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the midfielders. Okay. Madueke it is.
What?
No, I'm joking. And Burmo's an option, but they got City this week.
Yeah, they don't have maybe in a couple of game weeks' time he'd be good.
Semenyo, we could go down to Semenyo.
And save even more money.
It's a possible way to get Haaland in or Salah back.
Could do.
Or Matoma against Ipswich. Matoma or Minte. We could save money with Minte or go up to Matoma.
And Minte is very low ownership.
Yeah.
Not that makes a difference, really,
No.
when you're looking at points.
Or we could go well out of the box and get a Dharma.
That is well out of the box.
He's 5 million, he scored a goal.
Is that how you pick your players? Or is it Gary? It was Gary Wright with the blowpipe.
Yeah. That's how I picked my players last season.
Dartboard.
Yeah, pretty much.
How did that go for you?
Not well. I'm leaning on Matoma or Minte at the moment.
Yeah.
They got good fixtures until, I think, game week 6, the fixtures swing.
How much is Minte?
He's 5.6.
So same as Semenyo.
Yeah. Matoma's 6.6.
I fancy a Minte.
Yeah. What, like chocolate covered Minte or?
No. A vegan chocolate covered mint.
Yeah.
Well, okay. We're down to Minte, Semenyo,
And
Matoma.
And maybe Burmo as...
Yeah.
Because I think he can score against City.
I'd like Mbumo, but maybe not for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But
we're
if
also...
we go money in the bank, then we can move up. Who else do we have there in midfield?
Saka, Palmer, Jota, Johnson. Because really, we need either Salah or Haaland back at some point.
I think a Minte or Semenyo gives us more.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives us room to start. That's given us, 3 in the bank?
Yes.
Ish.
3.1 or something in the bank?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing maths, I've drunk cider. So we could definitely start looking towards turning Isak into Haaland.
Like some sort of magician.
Yeah, like an alchemist, FPL alchemist.
You got to give him a lot of blonde hair. Long blonde hair. Isaac's hair's pretty short.
Bit of a pigment change.
Yeah.
Maybe bulk him out a little.
Oh, he's very slim,
Yeah,
isn't he, Isaac?
Like,
But the goal he scored in the international break, once again, so calm in front of goal.
yeah.
Like, was going to shoot, and the player was looking like he was going to block it. He just paused and hit it beside him. That's why I can't understand. Well, I can understand if you don't have Haaland, why you'd be selling someone like Isaac or whatever. But he's still, again, he's the most sold player.
If I didn't have Haaland, I'd probably keep Isak in my team, but I wanted to spread the funds around. So.
I can't understand why people are selling him. I really can't.
No, because he scored last week. He got 9 points. Yeah. I think it's because he blanked. Oh, he got an assist in the first. Actually, he's not done that bad. Just they haven't looked as dynamic as they did last season, Newcastle. So.
Well, they didn't have Murphy for a game either.
Yeah, but they had Barnes in.
Well, that was the game the player got Shar got sent off, or Sure.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then Murphy was sacrificed for that, and he's good on the right.
They could have had Minte on the right.
Could have,
but they sold him. So anyway, we've had a great. Like, are we looking at Semenyo or Minte then?
I think so. I think that is. We'll leave it until
Saturday morning.
Yeah,
evening.
Saturday morning.
Yeah, can argue over text messages for a while. I'll come down and throw stones at your house.
How many stones for Semenyo? How many windows broken for Semenyo?
No, I was just going to throw John stones at your house.
Oh, right. I don't think you could throw them that far.
Give it a go. Yeah. Maybe like set up a trebuchet or something and launch him.
Well, leverage is the answer to that problem.
There's the name of the podcast for this week. Leverage, the answer to the problem.
Yeah, so that's that sorted. Yeah, that's that dilemma. Well, not really, but it's down to two. It's down to a dilemma.
Yeah, I mean, if they're both injured by the weekend, we're really going to have to rethink this.
No, Matoma.
Yeah, okay. So we're all good then. Cool.
All right. What are you doing with your wild card?
Well, at the moment, the setup is Henderson in goal, Lewis, Robinson, and Robertson at the back. Lewis will probably move out because I'm not sure of his minutes, and I don't really want to risk that at the moment.
Yeah.
Midfield's Rodgers, Matoma, Salah, and Semenyo. That's pretty much set. Front row's Havertz, Haaland, and Joe Pedro. Havertz, I'm going to move down to a 6 mil striker. So I can move up Smith Rowe's on the bench to Eze. And then I got Van Hecke and Digne on the bench. Digne's a little bit of a risk with Martson there, but I'm not sure he's going to get dropped. And I've got Muric as my second keeper because Ipswich have best run of fixtures in the league and Muric is 4.4.
Yeah, he will be 4.3 shortly.
When
they get thrashed.
Yeah, well, maybe. But I just thought Ramsdale's 4.4 as well, and I prefer Ipswich keeper over Southampton keeper. And there's the save points to be had. Muric got 3 points last week.
How many do you think Ramsdale's going to end up getting? Because Southampton are still trying to play out from the back.
I think he's just going to get minus points.
You think he's just not going to get near stuff? All right.
So, Havertz down to probably Chris Wood, but he'd be for the bench for this week.
Yeah.
Or, obviously I was talking about Duran. I wouldn't be playing him though, so probably not even worth risking. Because if I've got Smith Rowe turn into Eze, I'll be wanting to play Eze 5 across the middle.
Yeah.
I don't really want to bench Semenyo. That's pretty much where I'm at. Lewis.
You'd be. Yeah. Okay.
Lewis could go up to Porro because I've got 2.6 mil in the bank as it stands. The main plan is to sort of have a little bit left in the bank, not make a transfer for game week 5, which give me 4 free transfers in game week 6, which is when Arsenal's fixtures swing because they play Southampton, which is when I'll make a move for Saka. And
Southampton would be good by then,
though. Nah.
They'll have stopped playing out from the back. It'll be long ball tactics.
Not sure about that. So game week 6, I'll have the 4 free transfers and I'll shift everything around to probably go to like Timber, Saka, and
Trent.
Not Trent. And then I'll captain Saka that week. This week I got the armband on Salah against Forest.
Yeah, yep, okay.
But it could switch at any moment back to Haaland. I don't know. I think Liverpool will have more success. I mean, I've got City scoring 4 goals against Brentford.
You do. So why wouldn't you have it on Haaland? Do you think he's gonna not going to score.
Yeah.
He's had a rest. He's been chopping with his dad in the off season.
Yeah, but he's just playing.
Salah's had a haircut. He's had a rest.
Salah's had more than a haircut. He's had a hair transplant. He had like fully receded temples. Now they're all filled in.
Yeah, but they're still thin, mate.
He's had hair transplant. He's been off to Turkey.
What was that? What am I doing with my team?
I was about to ask. You look like you were about to say something.
I always look like I'm about to say something because
Yeah.
usually it's usually nonsense. But
Yeah, I was pretty accustomed to the nonsense.
well, my team, like the podcast team, the biggest issue is in Kunku.
Yeah.
And I could just leave him there, but he's just going to go down in value.
And yeah, you're going to struggle to get him out.
So it's probably Semenyo.
It seems like everyone's making the move to Semenyo.
Well, everyone was in Kunku.
I didn't have him. I was still going to him.
Yeah, I just think 5'6", he's cheaper than Kunku. He's probably going to get me more points than Kunku. Well, he's definitely going to get me more points than Kunku, unless he gets a red card, of course, this week.
Wouldn't it be funny, though, because he's playing in Kunku this week? Wouldn't it be funny if Nkunku outscores him?
How likely do you think that is?
I don't know. Not very.
It is possible, though.
Yeah. Nkunku could come on and score. And Chelsea's defence could suddenly stop being shit.
Just when you think that team, that club, couldn't get any more ridiculous,
It gets more
then you
ridiculous.
hear that, like, the co-owners want to buy each other out.
And neither one's going to settle with
Yeah,
the other.
no.
And when one gets his way, you know, what happens then? Does Maresca get the sack? Was it one's choice to put Maresca in? Was it one's choice, the other's choice to buy every player possible? Was, what happens next? Is one going to want Chilwell back?
I would.
Yeah.
If he's fit.
I don't know why they've exiled him.
I'd have him if he was fit. And Reece James.
Well,
You know that.
I know that, yeah.
I'm glad he's not there.
Would you have him in there right now? If you
No.
not downgrade Gavardio? $1 million cheaper,
Trent?
Reece James. Yeah, $2 million cheaper than Trent.
No, Trent's who you need this season.
Is he?
Yeah.
I think it's Robertson.
Who's leading defensive scores?
Probably Trent.
It is Trent.
Over the next 5 weeks, I think Trent's predicted 21.5 points, something like that, and Robertson's predicted 20.
I don't care about predictions. I've seen with my eyes.
I saw Robertson play. I thought he looked good. I think we're back to the seasons where they're rivaling each other for points.
No, there'll be no rivaling this season. It's Trent, mate.
I seriously think having Salah...
Open your eyes and your mind.
My mind and eyes are open. That's why I'm open to Robertson, even though he's Scottish. So I think Salah and Robertson are going to do me much better than having Trent.
You just offended all the Scottish listeners.
Or none of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all right then.
100% of those listeners
Yeah.
you have pissed off right now.
Good, we don't need them.
What else? Is there anything else? The challenge, the FPL challenge this week.
Oh, I haven't even looked.
Too big at the back.
Oh, that's right. I remember now.
2 goalkeepers, 3 defenders.
Yeah. So,
And what do you have? 30 million.
okay.
Is it 30 million? Yeah.
I vaguely remember
so.
you telling me now.
So, what 2 keepers do you get?
Oh, Onana.
All right, for this week. Yeah.
Against Southampton, it's a challenge. Could be worth a risk, but
Did you have them keeping a clean sheet?
No. No, I'll be having Alisson.
Your clean sheets were...
Liverpool.
Oh, just Liverpool, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. So I'll be having Trent, Robertson, and Alisson. And then just filling in with cheapies.
I had Crystal Palace keeping a clean sheet.
So Henderson, Mitchell.
Now, I'd have Alisson, Henderson, possibly.
Munoz.
I might go Pope.
Pope. Yeah.
They could keep a clean sheet. But I'd have Liverpool back line.
Yeah.
I'd have Trent.
Kanate's only 5.
I would have Trent and Robertson.
That's what I just said. I'm going to have Alisson, Trent, Robertson, and then fill in with cheapies for the rest.
Who else defensively?
Porro.
Ooh.
He's just an attacker.
Yeah, but clean sheets count double. So you don't.
Oh, do
want-
they? Okay.
Yeah, they're not keeping a clean sheet against Arsenal.
There's something weird's going to happen because of this clean sheets count double. That means that Liverpool are going to not keep a clean sheet and someone weird's going to keep a
Well,
clean
that's
sheet.
very possible. So I'll probably you know what? I'll just go Trent, Robbo, Gvardiol, Ederson, Alisson. Boring.
You still got one slot left.
No, I don't.
Trent, Robbo,
Gvardiol,
Gavardio.
Alisson, Ederson.
Oh, of course, it's fine. I was thinking bloody five defenders and two. I was on a different track there. Yeah,
You often are.
Too much cider.
You've only had a glass.
I had a glass at home when I was watching Doctor Who this evening.
What happened to Doctor Who?
There's a green thing in a lighthouse.
Is it a new Doctor Who?
No, it's Tom Baker.
Ah,
It's like
you've gone back to the old school.
I've seen
Doctor
every classic Doctor Who episode minimum of like 3 times. Like it's like visual Valium for me. I just watch it continuously.
I've seen quite a few Doctor Who's of the Tom Baker era in particular.
We've just switched on to Doctor Who podcast.
No, I don't know enough about Doctor Who to go into a podcast about it.
I could, but you'd probably be asleep. Like, I've got Doctor Who trivia pursuits at home. I always win, except for the one time that Gary beat me because he got 2 questions in a row that were very easy. He got who was the 4th Doctor, and then he got who was the 3rd Doctor. So beat me.
Was he pleased with that result?
Oh, he still hasn't let me forget it. And this was like 4 years ago.
We should get him on the podcast this season sometime. But he's ruled himself out
until he's 100 points ahead.
Because he said, "I'm not coming on until I'm 100 points ahead."
Yeah.
So he's ruled himself out for the season.
Yeah.
He's got to be more specific anyway. He's got to say, "Until I'm 100 points ahead of."
I think he meant us.
Oh, then us.
I think that's what he meant.
Well, you're a possibility.
Oh, I'm ahead of you.
By 5 points.
Bit more after this week.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough of Doctor Who and football.
Oh, I got one more thing to.
What? Are you going to abuse me?
No.
Okay.
It's slightly off the track, but I got this film today. It's
is it a classy one?
It's Soviet 60s,
right?
But accredited to Ukrainian now because the director was from that area.
Yeah.
So it was shot in the 60s, but it was held back until Mbappe was at PSG because it was held back until Perestroika. I've had that joke for years and no option to bring it up until today when I got that film. And Gina and Gary, I'm not sure if they were laughing in pain or because it was funny. But
well, it's yeah. I'm not. The jury's out on that.
I'm laughing. I think it's funny.
Whether that's funny or I don't know. All right. Well, thanks for that, Jack.
That's all right. No more trivia anymore, but I've got great jokes.
Well, yeah, you might have to up your game there.
Maybe we'll have a vote. Let the listener vote on what they think.
You do realise that listener's Gary.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Gabe.